box in the bottom.
Okay. Ready? Oh, we here. See, y'all, Shonda don't give me a 1, 2, 3. Let's go. We're on.
I did this.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I apologize. Well, hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Inspiration 98.7. Level it up with your girl, Sherry Eldridge, and my co-host, Shonda or Alicia. Y'all, we out here today. I hope everybody is feeling good. I hope everybody has had a wonderful day today, y'all. It's still Black History Month. We still celebrate. We're going to celebrate forever. I hope you guys are out there not only celebrating Black History Month, but making Black History Month. Y'all, we're getting older, so I hope that you guys are out there putting your stamp, putting your mark in the world where you are becoming Black history. Yes. So, Shonda, how you doing today, girl? You looking beautiful today, girl. You looking bright. You glowing.
Oh, thank you, love. Thank you, love. Look, this is all this hard work. I'm tired. See, they say you never supposed to look like how you feel.
Okay.
So I try to make it that I try to make sure I do that, so you would never know how tired I really am. Cause I gotta smile.
Yes.
I gotta keep that up.
Yes.
You look beautiful yourself. I told you I can't do them lashes, girl. You know.
Girl, these my lashes. What you talk about? Nah. Just kidding. These are strips, and I love them.
Yes.
Yes.
And I want to congratulate you. Let's do the congratulations for being the first Black female that's on the Premier Bank website for Black History Month.
Thank you.
I know you were just telling us a little bit how you feel, but how do you really, really feel?
I'm happy. I am overwhelmed. I am honored.
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't have told me that this would be happening to me even about a year ago. You couldn't have told me that things would flow like this for me. I am definitely favored by God, and I'm grateful to God. I do, like I was telling you, backstage or however we call that. I am very emotional because my father is no longer here to see the manifestation of his prayers. And not only my dad, my mom is here, so she gets to see it, but my dad is no longer here. So that makes me a little bit emotional. And that is all. I've been just grateful to God. I've been crying all day. I've been happy, but emotional because that is something huge. I'm trying to learn to process the success and then keep going. Process success. Don't stay there, but keep going. So to God be the glory for everything.
You gotta have that little bit where you can rejoice, even in your little small wins and your small victories. So you gotta have that time before you keep going to at least celebrate you just a little bit before you keep going. So I understand. Make sure you celebrate you all the time because you deserve it. You truly do deserve it. I see you on the move. I see you on the go, and I'm proud of you, Sherry.
Thank you, girl. Thank you, Shonda. I love you, girl. I really appreciate that. And I appreciate the supporters, people that are supporting me, whether it be through liking, sharing comments, sharing my posts, purchasing my books, or just even giving me words of encouragement. I know everybody cannot be everywhere with you all the time. I know that, but it doesn't mean that they're not praying for you or not rooting you on. You got the people who's going to talk negative and who she thinks.
Oh yeah,
all of that.
You got the hateration club.
Oh yeah. But guess what? I thank God for my haters too, and I don't even know my haters. If I got them, I don't know them. And I'm sure I'm not naive to not having any, but I thank God for them as well. So I'm just keeping my head up, staying in the will of God, most definitely. This is nothing but the will of God. This is nothing that I am doing in my own strength or my own power. It is all glory to God. And I'm just grateful to be alive to experience these great things that God is doing in my life.
I know that's right. That's all. Give him all the glory, girl. And like I said, celebrate them small victories, because it's through him that we can do those small victories. So once again, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud.
Thank you. In April, we are going to celebrate. So get ready.
You said who? You said April with who?
In April, we're going to celebrate.
Oh, yes.
We got our retreat coming up, and we're going to celebrate while I'm there.
Man, we're going to have a ball. We're going to have a ball. I can't wait. That's something I can't wait, because that's going to be a life-changing event, not just for the people that's getting it, but I believe truly it's going to be a life-changing event for us as well, because you're going to see the manifestation from what God is doing in our lives, and it's going to spill over into theirs. So I'm just, girl. Yeah, wait, April 23rd to April 20th through the 23rd.
Yes. Man. Atlanta, we're going to be there.
Yes,
so I'm excited about tonight as well. We had with one of my guests has some technical difficulties. So Tyrone Hughes will not be able to join us tonight, but he is an author. I believe he's a pastor as well, and he's just going to come on and talk about his book. So maybe we can get him on another time. But I appreciate him for even attempting to come. My special guest, my daughter, my 7-year-old, went to school all day. She came home, ate, did her homework, and she fell asleep. So I'm going to have to promote her book. I mean, the questions I was going to ask her, she knocked out. So, but it's okay. But God has someone special she's going to be doing the show with us. Her name is Shawanda Denise. She is my cousin. She is my blood cousin. She is also like my dear sister. I am so honored that she is on the show tonight. She's not a quiet person, but she is. And I'm so proud of her. I'm proud of her accomplishments. I'm proud of her and I, she's older than me, but we have been through some things together. When I left my mama's house, I went to her house. So that's how close we are. When I have no car, she gave me her car and I'm rolling. So that's how close we are. And I love her dearly. I am so happy. So I want to get started and introduce her and have her come on the show. We have Miss Shawanda Denise from the Butterfly Edge. Hey.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Sherry.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
It's good to
be
here.
You look so beautiful, and I am so happy you're here, y'all. I need to go get me some tissue, because I know we're gonna be on here crying, but I'm so happy that my cousin, now some people y'all might know her as Niecy. This is our baby Nene. We call her Niecy, but this is Shawanda Denise with the Butterfly Edge. She is an upcoming author. She is an author, and we're going to talk about that in a minute. But before we go through that, can we see, is there any comments or anything like that? Can we see from the live on Facebook?
You don't have any as of yet. We don't have any as of yet.
Oh, so they'll pop up. We'll be able to see them. Okay, great. So you guys come on in and like, share, comment. We'll be able to see your comments and we'll be able to chat with you guys. I also would like to do a birthday shout out to anyone who had a birthday today or in the month of February. Happy birthday to all of our February birthdays. Like I said earlier,
24.
24.
Woo! 24 February 9th. And today is my nephew's birthday.
Okay. Happy birthday, nephew. Happy birthday to everyone who has a birthday today.
I would like to give a shout out to my daughter, Chantel Boss. She'll be turning 30 on the 21st.
Woo! Chantel gonna be 30?
She will be 30 years old.
Wow.
Yes, she will. I'm giving my age away, but I don't.
You are.
I'm very proud of my daughters.
Yes, as you should be. You have some beautiful daughters. All
So
of
happy
them.
birthday, Chantel. She
Happy
celebrates 6
birthday,
months out the year.
Chantel.
So happy birthday, Chantel.
Yes, happy birthday, Chantel. Who does Chantel work for? What is her business? I want to give her business a shout out too.
Her business is Liberty. I might be wrong.
Is it Liberty Mutual?
It's New York.
Oh, Liberty, New York.
I think
It's
she's
insurance,
from Liberty
right?
in New York, but she sells life insurance, all kinds of insurance. If you need insurance, contact her. I'll make sure Sherry has her information.
Yes.
She's also a fitness coach. She gets online and she works out. She has done a dramatic transformation with her body after having twins. And so she's promoting health and physical activity, and she has classes on her website. So Chantelish Fit, that's what she called her business. Look, I'm promoting her like a mom, but yeah, she has a lot going on, but I'm proud of her and she's doing a great job.
That is awesome. Congratulations, Chantel. Congratulations, Shanice. Shanice is a doctor, right?
My oldest daughter, Shanice. She lives in Florida and she's a podiatrist in the Miami, Sarasota area in Florida. So she lives in Palmetto.
So y'all comment in the comments. Y'all tell me what Black podiatrist you know.
Listen, Black history. It hasn't been put.
Black history.
I have been trying to put it in the World Book of the record-breaking World's Book. But Shanice is the youngest Black podiatrist. She's a young female. My daughter got her. She became a doctor at the age of 21.
Wow! Look at them. Look at them.
So she has achieved some phenomenal achievements as well. I'm very proud of her too.
Yes.
And she's married and has a little girl. I have 3 grandchildren, Mila, Soraya, and Serenity. So yeah, life is full right now.
Yes.
Absolutely. And don't let me forget about my baby,
Sydney. No, Sydney.
Miss Sydney.
I see Sydney traveling the world. She out here.
Sydney is going to be great. She'll be 21 in March. And she's learning her independence and finding herself, but I'm expecting great things from her too. You know, everybody got their own journey and everybody can't get it all now. You know what I mean?
That's right. That's right.
But
it's a process.
I expect great things from her as well.
And they will come forth. They will come forth. Shawanda trained them up in the way they should go. So they
with a lot of prayer and a lot of help from family.
That's where it's supposed to start at, right there. It says always start at home.
Absolutely. She was help training me. I ain't departing though.
Listen, Sherry's been my prophet before she even knew she was a prophet.
Oh wow.
That's the truth for real. That's the real truth. I'd be like, what? You're like, girl.
See, she turns everything into an altar call.
See, that's my thing. I don't want that. I don't want that gift. Look, I don't want that gift. Look, you be walking down the street. And God be like, "Hey, I need you to talk." Be like, "Dang, I'm just trying to walk down the street."
That's the truth. That's the truth.
She always has a desire to hear from God, you know, and that's what God is blessing her now. A lot of people don't bloom until later or enjoy their things till later on in life, because Lord knows my best days have just arrived. I've been through a lot, but I'm learning how to enjoy life. Be sure of my salvation and live my best life. I really have. And I'm telling you, I'm at peace, you know.
Yes.
I'm at peace. Every night I go to bed, and those are my 2 questions. Am I pleased with myself, and is God pleased?
Type that in the comments.
And that's basically, at the end of the day, that's my memo. Am I pleased with myself, and is God pleased? Be happy.
Are you pleased with yourself, and is God pleased? Some people forget about themselves. That's why they need my book, The Power of Self-Love in 31 Days. Let's get it.
And let's not confuse self-love with selfishness.
Uh-oh. Say it again.
Let's not confuse self-love with selfishness, because we got a lot of self-love talk, and I'm for it. I believe in self-love because we've been trained to do everything for everybody but ourselves. But we can't be selfish. Learn the difference.
That's right. That's right.
That was a
Honey,
word right there. That was a
listen,
word.
listen. Yes, 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 yes. I'm excited to have you on here. Tell us, Shauna, do you have any quick questions for her before I get into the meat of all of
She
this?
can keep
'Cause we
on
on the
talking
floor.
because she giving a
Okay,
word.
let's
Just
get
keep
it.
on talking because she giving
Let's
a
get it.
word.
So tell us a little bit about who you are and what is it that you do? Who are you?
Well, I am Shawanda Denise. I am a mother. I am a wife. I am an author. I am an administrative professional. I've been with the state of Ohio for 20 years now. The last 2 years, I've been with the Ohio State University College of Medicine, and I work with the Associate Dean of Admissions, Demisha Rankin. Lately, I just got married. My husband's name is Richard Kruder. We live in Columbus, and he's a retired veteran. He's a retired police officer. And so we've been just enjoying each other and traveling and just enjoying our lives together. You know, our theme is life partners. We're sharing the rest of our lives together and doing things that we've always dreamed of doing. And most of that is just traveling and just taking care of ourselves.
That's awesome. Is my cousin, is he around? Can he stick his
He
head?
is. He is in the room. He shut the door.
Oh.
He don't want to bother me. When I say something, he tries to be
Well, tell him we said hello, and if he come out of the room, tell him to come to the camera so we can say hello.
Look, I may have been talking too loud. That's probably why he closed the door.
It's okay. It's okay. So tell us a little bit about the Butterfly Edge.
The Butterfly Edge. The Butterfly Edge was birthed in 2019. I call my daughters, I've always called them butterflies. They are my butterflies. So that's where I got the name from. It means freedom. It means transformation. It means resurrection. It means life, you know, and it also represents how, you know, life is so brief and vain. You know what I mean? It's pretty. But the butterfly goes through a very difficult transformation to become who it's truly meant to be. It first has to be a caterpillar. And it has to be in a cocoon. And then I don't want to start preaching about
Come on, no. Give it to us.
But it's about transformation and becoming your best version of yourself. My motto is embracing who you are while you become everything that you purpose to be. Meaning that we can't despise who we are, what we come from, and what we've been through. And we still have what it takes to be anything we want to be. If I want to be an author, if tomorrow I decide I am going to try yoga, I want to get certified in yoga now. But whatever you want to be, as long as you have breath, you have it inside you to get it done. You just need a plan and you need a health coach. And that's what I am. You need a health and life coach. You need accountability. You need a support system and you need commitment. And no one can do this journey on their own. You need someone in your corner. And so because of everything that I've been through and what I've learned along the way, I just decided to help people along the way. And I, you know, those who come, I help.
That's awesome. So you're a health coach. How would we get in touch with you?
Well, you can reach me on Facebook. You can also reach me on my website at thebutterflyedge.com. All the information is on my website, on Facebook. I am on Instagram, but if you really want to reach me, you can hit me on Facebook or on my website.
Awesome. That's awesome. And you're an amazing, I don't have to get coaching to know that you're an amazing coach because I grew up with you. So, hey, y'all gonna get what you need to get. You're gonna get it how you gonna get it, and it's gonna be effective.
It's gonna be with love.
Life, exactly. And it's gonna be life changing. Life changing. I love to have conversations with my cousin because there's not a time, like sometimes we literally have to schedule to talk to each other because we'll talk for hours and hours. And the conversations, just because we're family, doesn't make, we're not just gossiping and just talking about anything. We're talking about stuff that's life changing. And she's dropping jewels. God is giving me jewels. And when we get off the phone, we're better.
Mm-hmm.
We're better. We're encouraged. And it's all about with her and I. So I'm special. So I get to talk about, y'all got to talk about health. I get to talk about personal stuff. I get to talk about these crazy relationships. I get to talk about the kids, you know. And
yeah, she gets the unsanctified version.
She said the unsanctified.
She doesn't get Shawanda, she gets Nisi.
I know, because that's who
she get the uncut. She get the uncut. Raw.
I get the raw up. But that's who Sherry needs. I need my Nisi. And I see her, and it's a beautiful thing. And it's like, man, you gotta suck that up and come on through. There's no judgment. Listen, y'all. Her as a coach, you will not be judged on anything. The way that you're coming, it's like coming to Christ. You come as you are. She is definitely not going to judge you. She understands all walks of life. I don't know why we ain't hooked up. Why you ain't on my website for my coaching?
But I don't know. Why is that?
Why is that? We both, because you was doing your thing with your husband. Look, I'm about to blame you. You was doing your thing with your husband and y'all just traveling. They have a good time. And I'm telling you, even seeing her with her husband, man, you see the true love. It's real love. It's not Facebook photo picture love. No, it is real, genuine love. And we need to see that as young women and young men.
Mm-hmm.
And I
want to put this in here too, because this is my third marriage, and I'm being transparent because I want people to hear this. This is my third marriage, and I did not want to get married again. But I had God sat me down, had a real long talk with God, and he's like, so what we doing? We dating the rest of our life, and, cause I'm out, I'm single and I'm having, dates and I'm seeing people and, like, what are you doing? What are you doing with your life? He sat me down and asked me that. And so I had to look at myself and ask myself, what did I really want for my life? And I needed to be married. I couldn't go the rest of my life dating. No matter how much I didn't want to get married again, I couldn't go and I was still young. I was still vital. I'm still cute. So, I was still out there. So I had to make a decision what I wanted for my life. And Richard came at a time, the perfect time. And I was getting ready. I was at a crossroads, and he was like, you ain't going nowhere. He came persistent. He came consistent, and he was about his business. And he was about it. Everything he said he did. He was about it. He never let me doubt it. There was no question about where he was coming from. And I know I made the right decision because he has not changed. It's the same every day.
Wow.
He's a man of man. I mean, I don't have to tell him what to do. He knows what to do.
Tell somebody.
Come on.
You better tell somebody.
So I said, okay, here I go. Here I go again.
So beautiful. You literally, people think that they can put on makeup and dress up and that hides them. No, you can see someone hurt. You can see someone unhappy. It doesn't matter what you got on. You can see through that. And what I see, Shawanda, is your beauty. I see your greatness. And I really believe that him being in your life allows you to push things out of you that was lying dormant. It helped encourage you, uplift you. Him being a man, because sometimes I believe God put us here to have a mate.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna say that everybody should or should not, but I believe there is a purpose for it. And
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I just wanted to say that Richard came we started dating the week of my business launch. Richard is not a part of my happiness. He adds to my happiness.
Oh, wow.
Absolutely.
I like that. I like that.
Everything that's going on was going on when he came in my life. No one saw it because that is something that I had to come to terms with. It doesn't matter what everybody else thinks.
Mhm.
What matters is what I know.
Mhm.
I know who I am. I know what I've been through. And so I had to come to terms with that because everybody got their own story on how things went. And everybody think they know.
Mhm.
But it comes to it, you have to sit down with yourself. Does it really matter? So that's where I get, am I pleased with me?
Yeah.
And is God pleased? Because I know what I've done.
Yes.
I've laid it all out and I'm very transparent. I have nothing to hide. So no, what you see, God did that.
Yes.
And you attract who you are.
Listen. So this is what I was about to say. You said when you met him, you were launching your business.
Yes,
That means you didn't stop living because of other bad relationships or whatever you were going through in your life. You didn't stop living and put everything down. You got busy about loving you, taking care of you. And the scripture says, here she goes, she said it. I have an altar call for everything. The man that find a wife, find a good thing and obtain the favor of the Lord. That means he had to seek her out, and she was high. She was under the wing of God, finding herself, becoming whole, finding her business, finding her place in purpose. You were literally in your purpose, and then he shows up and adds to it. You're the favor. So we out, women out here that ain't got no business, you ain't even ready. You ain't ready for your mate. You out here looking for him to make you happy. You're out here looking for him to be your purpose. When no, you got to find you and activate your purpose, and he'll come in while you're going on and add to it. I love that.
What was that sermon? I heard a sermon a long time ago that said that Boaz found Ruth while she was out in the field yielding the field. Like you have to be out there working, you know, do you? Right. My husband don't like when I say that, but I mean it. Do you? You know, I'm a respect you. Just do you. Be happy. You know, that has to come from within. It can't come from anybody else. No. I can be in my room. I like being at home, and I could be by myself, and I could be in a room full of people and have a ball. Like I can eat steak and be happy. I can eat black-eyed peas and rice and be happy. Like I have learned to be
black-eyed peas and rice
in any state that I am, because God is just that good. You know, He has taught me how to see His glory. He has taught me how to see His goodness, you know, even in the bad things, you know, like, okay, what's the good in this? Like, chill out.
And a lot of that you can't learn when you're distracted or you got people in your life or somebody is constantly around you. There is a time of sanctification, meaning to be set aside, to be set apart, to be in this place. You may feel like you're alone, but if you're a believer, you have Christ, you're not alone. He's doing something. He's making you. He's molding you. He's shaping you. He's preparing you for your purpose.
Because and it's hard. I'm not even going to say, I'm not even going to lie. You know, it's hard when you're going through it. You know, it really, really is hard, and you don't understand it. And that's why you need a support system. You need sisters.
Absolutely.
You need, I had the church, you know, I had the church to go to and people to pray over me and pray with me to keep me busy. My children, my love for my children and wanting more for them, you know, helped me stay involved, you know, in church and different activities that they were doing outside, because I wanted more for them. You can't just sit and be like, woe is me. You have to look at your situation, see what you want better, and make a plan to see how you're going to get there. And it's not a microwave manifestation. You know, it took me literally I've been in Columbus 11 years. I didn't really start walking and evolving into my true self until I left Warren. I lived in Warren, Youngstown area. So when I left Warren, because when I left Warren and Youngstown, it gave me the ability to cut ties that I was so loyal to. I was loyal to so many things that I didn't find the time for myself. But when I cut those ties and moved away where I couldn't be attached to those things, so all that energy that I was putting and giving to other people's ministries, other people's children, I was doing all this stuff for others. Now I got a chance to put that energy to me,
yourself,
and my daughter, Sydney, because when we moved, it was just me and her when we moved to Columbus. It was me and her. We said a prayer, got in that Aztec, and we was out.
I remember that car.
We was out. And let me tell you, there was some rough days, but I do not regret not one bit of it. I don't. I am so happy the way things have turned out for me and my daughters. Yeah.
That is so encouraging. And it's even more encouraging for me because I saw your process. And for you to say that, you don't even realize I am in transition. I'm not going to say too much, but I'm in transition, and just hearing that from you, and I know our struggles, that just gave me the boost. I'm not even about to second guess anything else, because sometimes we allow, when we start walking into something new, we have a fear of the unknown. This is a new place, new people. How I'm going, even though I was wearing myself out with other people, I knew what was going to happen, or I knew who to go to, or I knew where I could get help. I knew who could come change my tire. This new place is almost a faith walk. It is a faith walk. But to love yourself starts there. You got to trust.
And trust the word of God. Because let me tell you, in my book, The Hope for Tomorrow.
Come on. Give it to me.
No, it has foundational scriptures. And Jesus had ministering angels. You know what I mean? And you have to believe that if God sent them for Jesus, He's going to send them for you too, because Jesus came for us. He's not going to do more for Jesus that He didn't do for us. He gave Jesus for us. So in that wilderness, you better believe you got a ministering angel that's going to be there to meet your need. Literally. Every time. That angel is going to be there and deliver what you need. That person, that dollar, that ride, you know what I mean? That job. Sometimes that other job, because it's going to take two sometimes.
Come on.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I did it. There was a time when I came to Columbus, I was working 3 jobs. There was a time. That's how, you know what I mean? And I made a big sacrifice for it because Sydney spent too much time alone. You know what I mean? But she understands now. As she gets older, she understands. But we had to work through that. There's going to be some trying and sacrificing times. But let me tell you, all things work together for those who love the Lord. When you got a good heart, it's going to work together. It's not going to work when you want it. It's going to work the way God wanted it to work.
Absolutely. You know what I love about God, Nisi? Everything that you're saying, before my transition, He's already allowing it to happen. Everything that you're saying, He's building my faith because He knows His children. He knows who will make the transition and then shut down. So He's literally doing the transition for me where I am, so that when I make that transition, I'm already established in my faith with God. Like, okay, I don't see it, but I know He's coming through. She already said there's a ministering angel here. Where you at? I'm listening. I need that Cash App to ding right now, So I am just so honored. I'm grateful. You are definitely encouraging me. I love the way that God just did all of this. His love for us is mind blowing. His love for us is beyond what we think or understand. God knew, and I might be being selfish tonight, but He knew what I needed, and He knew who I needed it from.
Aww.
So I thank you. You have no idea. I thank you. And I thank God, and I'm hoping that the listeners are definitely receiving from what you're saying as well. So with all of that, tell us a little bit about the book. I saw you flash it. I didn't say nothing. Tell
The
us
Hope
about
in Tomorrow is called Mañana. And my children always, my son-in-law, son-in-law, and Shanice, Mañana is a Spanish word for tomorrow. And so I put that in there because my little grandbaby gonna be speaking Spanish and English. So I put that in there for her. This journey is basically about me using this as an introduction to express my being. And I'm going to use it as a tool, for me, to help people get reacquainted with their faith, or maybe get acquainted with the faith in Christ. We don't talk about salvation. We don't talk about the assurance of salvation. We don't talk about heaven or hell. We don't talk about the rapture. I mean, I expect Christ to come. I want him to come. Do you? We have so many goals and so many plans, and we're out there moving so fast for so many things. But my hope,
yes,
my hope for tomorrow is him. He gives me the strength to get up and do it one more day. So that's basically what the book is about. It's about reacquainting your faith. I wrote it down so I wouldn't miss anything, but just, it talks about just being a believer. It has you reflect on your past, your present, and your future. It has a prayer for you to, if you want to recommit your life or give your life to Jesus, there's a prayer at the end for that.
Yes.
There's a lot of scripture reference because I am a woman of word. I don't preach it. I don't wear it on my sleeve, but my essence is Jesus. I am a believer, and you will get prayer. You will hear what the word says. You'll get that from me because it's in me. It's in my blood. It's in my being. That's who I am. I am assured of my salvation, not because of what people think, but because of what I know.
Yes.
So you will get a lot of foundational scriptures. You can write up your own story. It gives you a place where you can write your own story so you can share that with your children, because that's the reason why it was time for me now to have this book done, because of my grandchildren. I want my grandchildren to know me and have me in their hands when I'm no longer there. It's about legacy for me.
Yes.
And that's why I'm not such, in a hurry of promoting myself and making sure everybody buy my books, because it really wasn't I want people to be blessed by it. And I want it to go, to be as prosperous as God would allow it to be. But basically, I did it for my children. I want them to have me in their hands, my will for them in their hands, God's will for them in their hands when I'm long gone. Wow. So it's about the journey, and it's about legacy for me.
Show us the book one more time. It's such a beautiful book. I love the cover.
Hope in Tomorrow. It's on Amazon. It's also available in Barnes and Noble. Right now, I'm in the process of getting the ebook. So, you can get it during the ebook. I'll probably start promoting it more like around Easter time.
That's good.
I'm just happy it's finished.
Yes. So let's talk a little bit about that. What you and I talked about as an author, finishing your book and processing, just finishing the book. Because for myself, I can honestly say that I've been going and going and going. I haven't processed any of it. It's been exciting. It's been great. And I also think that may be why I've just been crying all day long, because if it hits you at one time, it's kind of, your emotions are kind of uncontrollable. So tell us how important it is as an author, to process the things that you are doing.
I just think it's important in anything that you're doing in life to process and know that what you're doing is for you first. You know what I mean? Celebrate you. Don't accept No applause from nobody. You applaud yourself. You go out and celebrate that you took on this path and you finally reached your destination. Because once you reach that destination, there should be something else. It don't stop there.
Mhm.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and this book is not me. This book is not me. This doesn't make me who I am. This is just a part of my journey. God gave me an assignment. I finished it. What's next? You know, that's how I look at it, you know. And again, it's like, keep the faith. Whatever you set your heart do, finish it. Your uncle, look, I'm going to bring your uncle Kenny Eldridge, Pastor Kenny Eldridge, Christian Fellowship.
We talked about him the last show. We got to get him on.
He's really, I love him for a lot of reasons, but he preached a sermon and it stayed in my heart and will forever stay in my heart. And he talked about the spirit of the finisher when Jesus was on that cross and stretched his arms and yelled out, "It is finished." And because of that sermon, I keep that in my heart. And whatever I put my mind to do or anything that I have to get it finished. I have to complete it. And then you talk about self-love. You want some self-love? Finish something that you started. You want some self-esteem? Finish something that you started. Do something that you plan to do, but you keep putting it down. See it through. And I'm telling you, that's some self-love. That's some self-esteem. And so that's what's important to me. Just completing it and being finished and knowing I did that. And I did it for me.
Yes.
I hear you. You ain't got to keep saying it. I hear you.
You know,
I hear you.
A lot of times we do it because we want the love from our family, our mother, our dad. We're trying to prove something. Some people do things just to show you that they can do it. It ain't even, they're not even called to do it. They just do it because they can. That's not what this is about. This is just me being the best version of myself. You know, and like I was telling you earlier, I wrote this book in 2005. My mother actually read it.
Wow.
I didn't know it was going to be a book when I wrote it.
Wow. Wow.
So my mother, she was my biggest cheerleader. You know, she taught me strength and independence, faith, strong faith, you know, and she was a fighter, you know, everything she is, I am. Rightfully so, you know, rightfully so. I was her only girl. But she would always say, "Nisi, if you only knew." That was her saying to me, "Nisi, if you only knew." She knew there was greater ahead. She knew there was greater. And she wanted me to keep holding on. There was, you know, the times I would cry because just things was not fair, you know? And she said, "Nisi, if you only knew," you know, there's things that maybe I probably thought I wanted, but when I look at the favor of God on my life and the strong faith that I have, I wouldn't trade it for nothing in the world because I don't lack nothing. I don't lack nothing. I have everything I need. And so in that and saying like that, God's grace is good enough for me.
Amen.
I'm healthy.
Yes.
I can, girl, I go roller skating.
I love to skate.
I got the movement of my limbs. My children are healthy. My grandchildren are healthy. It's like there are so many things that you can't even put a price tag on.
Yes.
You know? And if I get, you know, it's still there, you know. And most of all, I still have my faith.
Yes. Yes.
I'm not ashamed.
Yes.
So,
Bold, holy. There's a holy boldness that my sister's cousin carries, and I know that I carry that same holy boldness. Y'all, when she says it's in her bloodline, she talking about I'll make an altar. She do the same thing. She can't help to preach because the word is embedded.
It's just in you. You can't help because that's what you're made of. You know?
Yes. And it's alive. It's alive. It's not dead. I used to tell my mom and people, I was like, "Mom, something could be going wrong in Nisi's life and she will bust out laughing. That is the living word. That is the Holy Spirit. We will be in pain and just bust out laughing, just like the joy of the Lord becomes her strength. The word inside of her is really, it's alive because it is alive. And it, when you have it, that's why it's important to know the word, to get the word. Even if you don't understand it, keep feeding yourself the word, keep feeding it causes life. It gives you life. It covers you from situations that you may not even see, that you're not even aware of. She said something earlier. She said there was things that she thought she wanted, but the grace of God, that's the word of God inside of her, overshadowed her flesh, overshadowed her thoughts and her desires. And God said, I have something so much greater. So I'm going to cover you from this mess. I'm going to cover you from you. And I'm going to heal you. I'm going to make you whole. And then I'm going to give you abundant life. My sister is living abundant life. And abundant life ain't her finances.
You better say it, Sherry.
It's not her finances.
You better say it.
It's a joy. I got chills. I done messed up.
It ain't got nothing to do with a dollar.
Listen, that abundant life comes in the freedom, in joy, peace, long suffering, the fruits of the spirit.
The fruits of the spirit.
Active. Listen, this stuff is flowing out of me because it's in you. I feel it. I feel everything in you flowing out of me. This is crazy. But I really, it's a lot and it's a good thing. And I'm just grateful to God. I am excited if she could start telling y'all her backstory, if she would have just started telling y'all her first marriage and things she's experienced, to see her right now, this show wouldn't be. We'll be running, praising God, falling out, the whole nine. I thank God for her life. She's a survivor. Yes. And I ain't gonna tell you what she survived from, but just know that she is a survivor. And without God, she wouldn't have made it through nothing that she was in. Nothing. She couldn't have made it through. It was meant to kill her, literally. So to see the butterfly edge, to see your book, to see the children, your girls should be, statistics say, because of the things you've gone through, your girls should have messed up mentally. Yes. But you got a whole doctor. You got a whole, like, she's doing multiple things, like that favor and the gift of God. Even Sydney, just the greatness of God flows out of them. The covering that was over your life covered your children. So they could have seen things, heard things, but were covered from them because of your obedience and your sacrifice to say yes to God. And not just say yes to God, but to embrace him. To allow him.
That was one of my prayers, Sherry, coming from a divided family. My parents, I never experienced my dad in the home. I was conceived when my parents were separated and they were divorced. So I never experienced my dad in the home. So I've always longed for my children, no matter what me and their father was going through. I didn't want them to ever feel like I did, not having a father in the home. So it was a lot of prayer, that, they never had to feel what I felt. You know what I mean? A lot of prayer. And that prayer is still strong in my life now because divorce is hard on the family forever.
Absolutely.
It is. It really is.
Period. You never recover from it.
And like she said, like you said, I like her. I love your spirit because everything that you've done and everything you go through, you see that you do it with the love of God. And it just by talking to you, anytime you talk about God and his grace and everything like that, you can hear that joy
is real
coming out of your mouth. And I truly appreciate that because that's rare. That's rare that you can find someone that actually can speak and stand on the word of God. Like you said, something can be going wrong in your life and you just bust up and start laughing. that's rare. Most people don't do that. You know, something goes wrong in somebody's life, the first thing gonna be, God darn it. You know what I'm saying? But you take it with grace.
You have to.
Knowing that God is going to be there and cover you and protect you through it all. Like I said, that's rare. A lot of people don't have that. And that's really rare. And that's amazing. That's something amazing to have. And you can just see it because the glow is all over your face. It's there.
There's so many. I guess that's why I cry all the time in church too. You know, it don't take much for me to just start bawling. You know, and that's why I don't show any judgment towards other people, because I understand. You know, and life is also about choices. I choose to love God and do things God's way.
Yes.
You know, I choose it. I do. I be wanting to do a lot. I do. I'm just like everybody. I'm like you.
Yes.
You know, and I've probably done it. Don't get it twisted. I am not innocent, but I understand. Like, I get it. I get why you did that. Okay. But let's see where we can get out of this and do better. You know what I mean? Okay, we did this. So how can we make this better? Should I just, you know, cut my whole arm off so I can be saved? If I got to cut my arm off, let me just cut the arm off so I can see Jesus, because that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to go see Jesus. So I got to cut this off here. I can't continue to try to save it because my main purpose is at risk. So yeah, I get it. I get it. But I don't know no other way but to do it God's way. You know, I don't. Like, I try things my way, and then when I don't know what to do, I don't do anything. I just give it to the Lord, and He shows Himself every time. He never lets me down.
Yes. Yes. I am so happy that you are this whole human living witness. And I believe that's what makes you an effective mother, wife, sister, aunt, friend, coworker, coach, health advisor. Your journey, your experiences, your life experiences with God.
And then another thing too with Butterfly Edge, I teach that we are all whole. We just need to be healed. There's nothing broken about you. You just need to be healed, and you just need to reframe your thinking. Because we just need to change our behavior, and it takes time, and nobody has the time now to take us through that process. We change our habits, and then as soon as something changed differently, we think we got it all together, and then we go right back into the same old cycles. But you have to continue to do something for at least 6 to 9 months for a behavior. And we all have many behaviors that we need to change in our lives. Absolutely. You know, even, you know, our religious ways, you know what I mean? Because that's something I had to address in my life. We fall back on religion. We fall back on scriptures. You know what I mean? Like, you have to really sit down with yourself and ask yourself, what is it that I need to do, you know, to make things, you're whole. You just got to do things differently. You got to renew your mind, reframe your thinking, you know what I mean? And be healed. Be healed. You have everything you need already inside of you.
Absolutely. I agree with that. I was going to say something else, but I forget that fast.
I know I was running my mouth too much.
No, you wasn't. I was trying to hold on to it.
Yeah, because I like that. I don't want people walking around thinking that they're broken. No, we are beautiful. All we just need is the right clothes, the right teaching, the right word, you know, and believe in our hope, you know. Yes. Our hope is in Christ. If we get in tune with what we believe in, our hope, you know, get in the word, get in our hope, it'll be okay.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. I remember you telling me something, and this sticks with me through my healing process. You said it takes 30 days to what you say, to change a habit or to develop a habit?
It takes 30 to 60 days to change a habit. So
Okay.
you can change your habit, the way you do things, 30, 60 days.
Mm-hmm.
It takes 60 to 90 days to see a transformation. So when you see a transformation, that means, like, let's just take weight loss. You know, the habit change is your dieting and your exercising. So now from the 30 to 60 days, you're strong. You know what I mean? You're in you it's a part of your life to exercise and eat right. So now you're in the transformation part. So the transformation part is when you'll see it in your body. You know what I mean? Your clothes, you don't have the same clothes. People see the difference in you. You know, it's in your lifestyle. But then from 90 days to 6 months, from 3 months to 6 months, this is when you go into your behavior change. And that is where it becomes a part of you. It's a part of your being. It's natural. You know, you don't even think to do it. It's just, that's just
natural.
who you are.
Yeah.
That's what we want to do. We want to stay with something long enough where, like, I don't even want that donut. It's natural for me to just get the apple instead of the donut. I haven't got there yet, but you know, it'll be nothing for me to pick the apple instead of just going for the coffee and the donut. You know, just that's who I am. I prefer that. And then because it's who I am, my body rejects it. You know, when I do it, because it's not a part of me.
Yes.
Your body be like, what are you doing?
Right. This is nasty. Yeah.
So 30 to 60 days, habit change. 60 to 90 days, you'll see the transformation. But what you want is a behavior change. You want to live it. You want to move in it. You know, you want it to be a part of your being. So that's what you get from the butterfly edge.
But listen, the scripture says we perish from the lack of knowledge. So what happens is, because we know that now, it takes this time. Because you're not seeing that instant transformation, you don't give in, because that's what we do. We want that, like you said, that microwave thing. We work out for a whole 30 days and like don't see the transformation. So then we pick up the donut, we pick up the pop, we pick up whatever, like, because this ain't working. But if you have the knowledge to know, you won't see your transformation till this certain time. That'll give you that urge, that push to keep doing the right thing, because now you know it is going to be effective. It's just going to take a little bit longer. And I love that. I love knowledge is everything, because not knowing that puts you back in the old cycle. When you were almost there, it was like you were at your breaking point. But because you were unknowledgeable of it being your breaking point, you gave in to that old thing. Ladies, don't give in to that old thing.
Don't give in.
Man, don't give in to that old thing.
Don't go back.
Stick it out. Be free in the name of Jesus. And I'm talking to myself.
Stay in AAA.
Stay in AAA, BBB, CCP, all of it. Get all the rehab. Stay there. It'll work out for your good. The prophet told you that earlier. She said all things work together for your good. But I love that. And there's one more thing, and I want to say before we go, that we did the hour.
I'm surprised.
Yes. So we did good.
And she said she didn't have nothing to talk about for an hour.
Listen, this was good. This was good.
It was.
So
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Definitely. It was one more thing that you told me, and I wanted to share that yesterday. It was yesterday Valentine's Day? Whenever Valentine's Day was.
Yesterday.
Share that because this is what you told me. You told me about the 30, 60, 90 days. And then you said it takes a year. And what you want to do, if you're doing something, make new memories. Make new memories. And that is huge to me. That is important to me. Because if you do not make new memories, just like Valentine's Day, if you got hurt 2 years ago for Valentine's Day, every time Valentine's Day come up, that memory comes back until you make a new one. Until you take the time to say, hey, today, and let me tell y'all about my Valentine's Day. Listen, the Lord himself was loving on me. And I was in awe. I ate what I wanted to eat. I was happy. I got dressed. I left the house. I didn't sit and sulk because I'm single. Do you know, while I was eating, the Lord said, now pray for your husband. I
Oh,
said,
wow.
Who, Jesus? He said, pray that today that his mind is okay. His heart is okay. Now, y'all, I'm single. He said, pray that he's thinking of me today, and not even you, but pray that he's enjoying himself. He's finding himself. Like, God is telling me to pray these things for him. And I'm like, I don't do that. I try to do that. You know, they say, write a letter to your husband and do this to your husband if you want your husband to come. My husband gonna crack up when he see these letters, because I wrote on one of the letters, I'm only doing this because these people said do it. I don't even know what to say to you. Like, who are you and why you taking so long? But like,
why you taking so long? Jesus.
But it was just a day full of me and God,
Mm-hmm.
and being stable in God, being stable with myself. I love to go eat by myself. I love taking my daughter or whoever, but I can go out. I don't need no group of chicks. I don't need a group of nobody. And it's not that, yeah, I'm an introvert, but at the same time, I'm okay with me.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to get to that point and make new memories. Like you said earlier, everything is a choice. So you can choose to be depressed and stay in that memory and let it be a cycle for you and ruin every Valentine's Day. Or you can make a choice to celebrate love. God is love. Why are you mad at people who are experiencing love with another individual?
Mm-hmm.
You should rejoice for that. Be happy for it, because then when your time comes, whether you want somebody or not, it'll be a good thing to rejoice with those that rejoice.
Yes.
You know, so I am big on making new memories in my healing process. I don't just sit and wait for God to heal me. I do something different. And I do that in my coaching. I tell some of my clients, you've been living in that city for 20 years. Go to a store that you've never gone to before and process being in that store. Just look around, process it, process where you are with yourself, by yourself. And that's part of healing and being okay with you. We get busy doing for so many other people. And it's a lot of us do it because we don't want to deal with us. We got hurts and we're bitter and we're angry, we're frustrated, we're disappointed. You don't want to deal with all of that stuff. Deal with it. Like she said, let God heal you. And when he heals you, y'all know why I got book after book after book after book? Because all this stuff was lying dormant. It's nonstop. All of this greatness was lying dormant. I told somebody the other day, I was like, I'm full of money. I am full of money. Why would I live in poverty? I'm full of money. I've been distracted from who I really am and what has been inside of me. And it wasn't just people, it was my decision to do all of this stuff. But when I chose to begin to love myself and allow God to heal me, I don't care what you think about me now, because if I want to do something, I'm going to do it, and it's going to be great when I do it, and it's going to be effective, because that's who I am. I'm a queen. I'm a child of the Most High. I'm anointed. I'm speaking life to myself.
You speak yourself. Go ahead.
That's what you have to do, because that greatness is there, and you want it to manifest to the world for your purpose and to build the kingdom of God. So I don't went over the time. I can't believe we did that, but this was great. Shawana Denise, I thank Butterfly Edge. Y'all go get her book. Like she said, I'm excited. I can't wait to purchase it myself and get it. And I know she's doing an ebook, but those kind of books that you can write in, you want to get that tangible book. And certain books you probably can read very quickly, process it.
Yeah, that's one thing about this book too. You can read it in 10 minutes, but it can be a 4-week Bible study if you really want to get something really out of it. Yeah, you can read it in 10 minutes because it's literally like 4 like long poems or paragraphs of past, present, future, tomorrow, and then a prayer. But you can read it in 10 minutes or study it for 4 weeks. My audience is young adults, new believers, but I believe anyone who read it will be blessed, and definitely share it with your children and, like me, my grandchildren.
Yes. Thank you so much. I love you so much. I am super duper proud of you.
I'm proud of you too.
For everything that is happening in your life. I'm grateful to God that we are blood, and that I got to experience everything I have with you. I got so many more stories, y'all, I could tell about my sister cousin that she done got me through. She got me helped me get my first apartment, the whole nine. So that's how close we are. But I thank everybody for listening to the show tonight. Before we go, my special guest didn't show, she sleep. So this is her book. You want to go grab her book on Amazon. She's having a book signing March 18th, 430 Early Road, Youngstown, Ohio, 44504. Her name is Island D. Eldridge. Her book is called The Story of Island's Leaves. She wrote the book. She took the pictures. Yeah, there y'all go. You got to purchase it. If you don't get it on Amazon, we will definitely have a stack of them at the book signing. Just come bring your kids. We're going to have a wonderful time. We got prizes and all of that good stuff. Shonda, thank you with your beautiful
Thank you, Shonda.
Thank you.
Look, this has been a blessing and amazing. I mean, encouraging. I mean, I could go on and on about what this show was. You know, I was here and not here because I'm working behind the scenes as well, because I'm looking for comments and working on everything and watching the station, but I'm here and I'm not here. So, you know, I didn't want nobody to think I was ignoring them, but I'm, double duty.
No, you're good. You're co-host. That's what you do.
Double duty. But I did want to ask Miss Shawanda before she leave, can you just leave us with one inspiration thought, what you would want the people to know, the goodness of God?
The goodness of God. One thing. That's hard.
Right. You don't see it's wrong with Shonda. This about to be another hour. All good.
One thing of the goodness of God. His grace is sufficient. Trust him.
What do that mean? His grace is sufficient. What do that mean?
He gives you the ability to do and get through all things.
So trust him, just like she said. His grace is sufficient. That means his grace is enough to get through. His grace is enough. See, you be starting stuff.
His grace is enough.
You don't need.
It's by grace through faith that we are saved.
See.
Okay, now you stirring me up. So we just gonna have to call.
I love y'all. God loves y'all.
We love you.
Because I get myself stirred up too. I be like, because we all, we keep the faith, and I always say, stay in faith. But it's by grace.
He
did it because
that's like the song Israel Newbury say he saved by grace.
Well, to God be the glory for everything that he's done and everything that he's doing. I pray that every listener has been blessed by tonight's show. I thank God for Shawanda Denise with the Butterfly Edge. Y'all go grab her book. We got to get you back on for the part 2 or something. My show's been off the chain and I love it. I love the way that God do his thing. If y'all have any questions and you want to get in contact with Shawanda for her health coaching, just leave a comment and we'll definitely be able to get in touch with you all. Thank you again, Shonda, for having us here. Thank y'all for listening to Level It Up. Y'all, peace, love God, love yourself, and love others. Y'all have a good night.
Good night.
Good night.